Yeah, also welcome from my side. Very excited for this one. Another sprint round race. So let's see how that's going to go. So now let's take a look at the starting grid. On pole today, Heikki Schäfer, who's our only pro driver in today's race, with a 136.892. The pole sitter in the Pro M class, Alex Stefanov, barely ahead of Kevin Lazar, and closely following them is Christopher Swars. Sebastian Hofmann, who should also be in the Pro M class, but the number wasn't set correctly, in in fourth place overall and ahead of Christopher Swars. Pole sitter in the AM class is Stefan Ruppert, closely followed by Team Sachse in P2 in the Pro M in the AM class. Matthias Eggert is starting in P3 of the AM class. And behind him is Dan Beckett. Followed by Dan Beckett is Paul Robertson and Jordan Osborne. Then Adam Robertson and Andy Swarbrick, who's going to be the last place for today's race.
I mean, it's a very nice track, but also, in my opinion, a bit technical. So I'm excited to see if there will be many fighters right here. And for sure, we have a quite hard track, so maybe there will also be some crashes, but for sure some cleaner racing than last one time, as we will have dry conditions throughout the race.
Yeah, so the drivers are now coming around the last two corners, lining up in double formation to start the race. And as we're going, Heikki Schäfer starting from P1. Very good start from him. Behind him, Alex Stefanov cutting in front of Kevin Lazar. Too wide into turn one. Oh, there's been a spin behind for Jordan Osborne. And here Kevin Lazar. Oh, spin for Sebastian Hofmann. And another spin for Matthias Eggert. So very chaotic starting phase so far. With 3 spins.
We can have a look at what happened there. Exactly, Team Sachse has fallen back as well. Oh, it's Osborne himself. Ah, okay, and that was Hoffman spinning. Okay, and again trying to avoid
Leading in Prime is Alex Stefanov, and in AM it's still Stefan Ruppert. So no changes there.
We can even see the track cuts they have already used so far. As just mentioned, to the right side of their numbers, if I'm being correct here.
Yep, that is correct. I think there's been more incidents. Like what happened here.
Tim Sachse overtaking Osborne, I guess. Was that any smoke?
It's been there for Jordan Osborne.
Yes, going very wide.
Oh, that was very close.
Sebastian Hockenheim isn't able to brake right there. Slamming to the back of him. Oh, and that's quite quite some track usage by Kevin right there. Would expect a slowdown for him right there.
Yeah, Alex Stefanov already also on 5 incident points. And looking at that, you would get a drive-through at 15. So that's also one thing that you have to manage over the race, especially on a track like Hockenheim, where it's so easy to get quite a few incident points. Kevin Lazar really close behind Alex Stefanov. Let's see if he can go for a move soon. Currently still sticking behind. Yeah, probably going for the apron. Exit, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, unfortunately on the straights and top speed, I guess Tim Sachse has moved into positions 22 in AM class. Okay.
A good recovery there after starting from the pits. I don't know what happened there, maybe missed the gridding, but he managed to start from the pits and now up 52 again. We see here Matthias Eggert and Andy Swarbrick currently fighting for P6 in the AM class. A bit further up the field, we see Tim Saxted of Paul Robertson and Dan Beckett. wide on the exit there from both of them. Alex Stefanov now up to 7 incident points.
So Stefanov is really, really pushing, and he should want right now because he can't take any more track limits, so he has to be cautious here. Otherwise, he will receive driving penalty, and that will for sure put him down into lower positions. And Kevin is playing it now really calmly right here. He probably knows Stefanov has already got some track limits and trying to make him a bit nervous right there. Down into the most exciting part of Hockenheim they go, right into the mini arena as well. It's by the way a very nice spot as a viewer from outside. If you have already been to Hockenheim, it's really nice to watch from up there. And here they come again for another lap around Hockenheim, and Kevin has got closer. He closed it up by 1/10 right now, so he's really sticking to Stefanov right there. And here we can see Hoffmann, who's putting down some decent lap times and who's also closing the gap to Dan Beckett in front. Last lap 1.2 seconds faster than Beckett. And Lazar is still not going for an overtake. He's faking it a little bit. Oh, very hard pressed overtake right there. But Stefanov isn't going for a defensive line as Lazar. He's trusting Lazar a bit. But maybe there will be a move right now. Yeah, Lazar is trying to make himself noticed on the outside. And now Stefanov is still ahead. Here they come, side by side, right into the arena. And it's a clean share so far.
Oh, around the outside. Oh, contact there. Damage on the front now for Kevin Lazar. Also Christopher Schwarz now being able to catch up a bit again.
There was some hard fighting right there. I don't know if Stefanov was able to make any more space for Lazar right there. Because from the outside it looked that Lazar wasn't given any space right there.
Let's look what happened from Chase. Around the outside. Kevin Lazar wide on the outside. Oh yeah. Nah. Yeah, Stefanov could have definitely given him a lot more space there. Definitely pushing him a bit onto the grass there. Now coming down to the hairpin. Kevin Lazar on the inside but pulls back out. Really putting on the pressure on Stefanov. Oh, Stefanov goes wide.
Let's see, chance for Lazar trying to do the overtake, and I guess he has passed Stefanov.
Yeah. Pass now, let's see, maybe on the inside. Defending into the next right-hander. Can Stefanov make something stick? No. Kevin Lazar passed up to into P2 and now the overall leader in the Prime class. And now also, Christopher Schwarz, due to all the fighting that's been going on ahead, has now also been able to catch up to Alex Stefanov. Now only 7/10 behind again. Oh, Stefanov again on the inside of Kevin Lazar. Pass into in the second last corner. Let's Stefanov ahead now again into the lead in Pro Am. Let's see what happened there. Very aggressive move there down the inside.
Yeah.
Very good fighting though so far from these two. Very exciting to watch. Sebastian Hofmann has now also been able to catch up to Tim Sachse.
Yeah, I was already trying to mention it because he has put down quite a decent lap with 37.5, 4 tenths slower than the overall race leader Schäfer. So he should catch up to Sachse quite quickly.
Oh, Christopher Schwarz passed Kevin Lazar. Oh yeah, Kevin really late on the brakes there. So that's Christopher Schwarz up into P2 in Pro Am. And this has been an incident for Adam Robertson. Spinning around on throttle. And also Alex Stefanov went off track. See what that was? Out of the last corner, going really wide onto the gravel there.
That's quite a lot of understeer right there.
That also brought Christopher Schwarz now close up to him again. Here we see Sebastian Hofmann now fully caught up to Tim Sachse, pushing on the pressure on him to turn 2. Let's see down into the hairpin. Let's see if we can go for a move there. Throwing his nose, not going for a move though. Tim Sachse slightly overshooting the hairpin though, and now easy play for Sebastian Hofmann. On throttle, side by side now. Around the outside now, and he makes it stick. Around the outside into the left-hander. Really good move there from Sebastian Hofmann. Now up into P6 overall. Oh, and there's been an incident for Kevin Lazar. Yes, touching the wall and entry and going wide there.
Well, this is a corrective oversteer or what happened?
Like, he touched the wall on entry.
Ah, okay. I think he. Ah, okay. Yeah, very
So,
nice fighting by Hoffmann and Sachse right
uh,
there.
Kevin Lazar coming into the pits. Seemingly having too much damage.
Yeah, that is race over for Lazar for sure because we don't have a um,
Also fair.
yeah, we don't need to have a pit stop in this race. So none of the other racers will do any pit stop on purpose, I guess. So that's the race over for Lazar, and I hope to see him back in race 2 because it was a quite good performance by him, the fastest lap of Pro M class.
Here we see Matthias Eggert now chasing up to Paul Robertson. The fight for P4 in the AM class. After having the incident on lap 1, Matthias Eggert now recovering. Kevin Lazar now also out of the pits again. Nearly a lap down, though, so there's no chance of him really recovering from that. With only 16 minutes left in the race.
Yeah, and I hope to see Svars catching up to Stefano, so we will see some action right there. By the way, Matthias Eggert in P5M class is currently very close to Paul Robertson.
Oh, now also going for the move down into the hairpin. Makes it sick. Very good move there. Up into P4 in the AM class. Back into P8 overall, which was also his starting position. A good recovery there from him. Oh, small mistake there from Sebastian Hofmann. Here we see a small incident from Andy Swarbrick, just slightly overshooting the hairpin. Now also fighting with his teammate, Jordan Osborne. Oh, another spin there from Andy Swarbrick.
But actually Tim is doing good. I mean, Sebastian was catching him quite quick, but now he's able to stick. I mean, Hoffman has done a mistake, but Sachse is still able to not fall back immediately. And here we see Svars going very wide out of the last turn. We've seen that before. I guess with the time, tires are overheating, and the understeer, especially in this last right-hander, is getting very present, as a double right-hander is heating up the front left tire quite hard. So especially there, the understeer will make himself notice. So that's why we have seen already a second time of the car going wide there. And here we see Tim, especially where I was talking about, Tim doing the same mistake I've mentioned, right? And that's Robertson also understeering off track. Okay. Guys, you have to be more careful on the throttle.
Yeah, it seems to be a very unnecessary session apparently. Also Christopher Schwarz now catching up to Alex Stefanov again after this mistake in the last corner. Down to 6/10 to Alex.
I guess that's Heikki Schäfer putting down the fastest lap of the race right now. If I'm being correct here.
What?
Heikki Schäfer has put down the fastest lap of the race with a 36.7.
Yeah. Had an off break though, so the lap doesn't count, but still.
Ah, okay.
Fastest lap. Andy Swarbrick and Jordan Osborne also fighting again. And Jordan Osborne went off track again there. Kevin Lazar also now catching up behind them. So Kevin Lazar behind the two Nerd PC Racing teammates. See how fast he can get past them. Oh, dive from there from Jordan Osborne on his teammate. Nearly 3 wide out of turn 2. Now down the long straight, Kevin Lazar passed Andy Swarbrick already. Sliding in between them. Now taking the inside for the hairpin. Seems to have more top speed than the Porsche. Late on the braking. Oh, and collision between the teammates.
Oh, that's
Andy
unfortunate.
Swarbrick going to the rear of Jordan Osborne. Waiting for him though, so no problem there. But Andy Swarbrick lost his front bumper due to that, so that will definitely affect his pace. And also close behind them, we can already see Heike Schäfer coming to lap them. So hopefully there won't be any problems there.
Hopefully they'll respect the blue flag.
You can see the flasher from the front as Heike Schäfer comes around into the stadium section. Already having passed Jordan Osborne, now only ahead of Andy Swarbrick. Now also passed Andy Swarbrick into the last corner. So no problems there when lapping them.
Here we can hop on board to Svars, following Stefanov closely. And I love this perspective, being able to see the driver on the left side and out of the cockpit. Now we're going into turn 1, maybe you can stick to Svars for one lap around Hockenheim. Very fast right-hander here, turn 1, following by a hard braking zone, turn 2, a right-left-hander. Here you have to be careful on throttle, as you have already seen people spinning out there. It's quite important to carry down the speed, down the back straight here. And with 4/10 we are already in the slipstream of Stefanov. Now going into the hairpin right here, late apex by Svars, getting a good exit down onto Stefanov. But he's not really able to gain anything in the slipstream of Stefanov. By the way, I've seen Beckett going into pit lane. That is not
Yeah,
as
there's definitely quite
expected.
some
And
damage on the front
yeah,
there.
I see damage in the front right.
What happened
Maybe
here?
something has happened right there.
Oh, on the curb and
Oh,
spinning
on
into
the
the
curb,
wall.
and
Oh,
yeah,
that's quite a lot of damage. That's unfortunate for him.
bottoming out his car on the sausage curb right there. Please use his fast repair to get out immediately again. And Svars has already catched up by 2/10, being now able to
Oh.
close the gap further.
Black
And
flag for Jordan Osborne, by the way.
oh, okay. That should be too many incident points if I'm being correct.
Only 9x though for him. Stefanov on 15x apparently, but doesn't have a drive through. That's oh no, incident limit is 18. So Stefanov still has 3 incident points to play with. But Jordan Osborne, black flag, so let's see when he's going to serve that. Coming to serve that now. Over the green line though, that's going to be a stop, another black flag for unsafe pit entry.
Swarbrick getting a black flag as well. No, I'm sorry, Osborne.
Oh, Swarbrick indeed. And also, Swarbrick also kind of impeding Svals now, who was coming to let them. So there's now 8/10 of a gap again. And with only 3 laps left, that's definitely going to impact the battle between them quite a bit. Now second. So yeah, that's definitely quite unfortunate. Oh, Alex Stefanov now up to 16x. So in case there'd be another spin, a crash, or maybe a car contact with Svars, he would get a drive through.
What is the limit again?
18 and 25 for disqualification. Now 3 laps left as we cross the line. Oh, off track there from Jordan Osborne as they're coming around to lap him again. We're now across the line, 2 laps to go now. So not much time remaining for Christopher Svals to try to make a move on Alex Stefanov. Oh, down the inside in the hairpin. Really
I thought
aggressive
he
move there
was
from
faking
Svals.
it.
Yeah, I thought so as well at first, but then you sense it up into the lead now of the Pro M class. Still fighting though with Alex Stefanov, who now has the inside line around the outside for Svars.
Oh, that's some nice battles going on there.
Still has the inside. Svars also now having the inside for the next corner. And Svars makes the move slightly ahead now, instantly cutting over to defend into the left-hander.
That's some clean fighting going on there.
Yeah, really nice battle
And
there.
that should be the last.
Oh, down
lap.
the inside into the second last corner. Didn't manage
Should
to
be now
fully
the
pull it
last lap
through
they're
though.
attempting.
Yeah. Now we're also entering the final lap.
Yeah, white flag. And now it's the opportunity for Stefanov to make the pass on the straight, grabbing down the slipstream. Now he has to be cautious on throttle to get the clean exit for the long straight. 4/10 is the distance to Svars.
Oh, slide on the exit
Or
there.
6, 7, 10th. Okay. And with a decent gap, Heikki Schäfer is now completing his last lap, dominating the first race of Hockenheim right here. And yeah, congratulations to him right here. So he's crossing in overall P1, the finish line, winning Pro M class, Pro class. I'm sorry.
Yeah, really dominant
And
performance there.
now we are waiting. Yeah, okay. The gap is too huge for Stefanov to make any moves right there. So that's P1 in Pro M class for Christopher Svars and P2 for Alex Stefanov. And Tim Sachse is apparently leading now.
Yeah, indeed. Tim
Yeah,
Sachse is leading
he's
in,
leading.
in the
He's
Hammer
leading M
class.
class.
Win for Tim
And
Sachse in the first race on Hockenheim, coming across the line.
yeah,
Having beaten
congratulations to
Stefan
him right
Ruppert.
here.
Really good performance there from him today.
Yeah, Stefan Ruppert grabbing the second place of Pro M, followed by Matthias Eggert. Congratulations to him as well. These are some great points they are grabbing for the championship, and if I'm being correct, it should be Rupert going up the ladder in the championship results of M class. But we'll have to have a look after the race.
I was just waiting for Dan Beckett to cross the line in prime time. And yeah, that's it for the first race. Yeah. Win from Heikki Schäfer.
And I guess now they will have a quick pause of 10 minutes up until the second race. And yeah, we're going to maybe have some pictures from on track. And yeah, we'll be right back for the second race of two nights Hockenheim round 3 of SRC iRacing GT3 challenge.
Alright. We are back now for the second race. Starting grid for the second race will be Heikki Schäfer starting from pole. Behind that, Christopher Swars, Alex Stefanov, Sebastian Hofmann, Tim Sachse, Stefan Ruppert, Matthias Eggert, Paul Robertson, Kevin Lazar, Adam Robertson, Dan Beckett, Andy Swarbrick, and Jordan Osborne being the last person to start today's race.
Yeah. Let's have a look how it will turn out now. Hopefully we won't have a starting crash like last race. I hope for some clean racing, and especially if the fight between Svars and Stefanov will turn out differently. And I'm hoping that every driver will remind themselves of cold tires, because I guess we've seen no, three drivers spinning out themselves on lap 1 on throttle. So hopefully they will remember now to avoid this mistake and warm up their tires correctly.
Also, it will be interesting to see how long it will take for Kevin Lazar to run to the field to get to the Pro M class drivers again.
Maybe it will be interesting if Svars is able to stick to Schäfer in P1, but I guess that Schäfer will do nearly the same thing he has done in the first race. So they are now heading down T1 and green flag is being waved. Heikki Schäfer is the first one going on throttle, heading right into turn 1.
Really bad stuff. Oh, Christopher
That's
Swars!
Svars crashed. Svars being tapped on the back, crashed out into turn 1. Luckily, no impact with the wall, contact with the wall. And so far, the rest of the field kept clean. Tim Sachs is getting a bit of body contact together with Stefan Ruppert, losing his lead in M class. But so far, the rest of the race has been clean. And Sachs is now faking it. Oh, and Lazar's deep diving
Oh,
to the
Tim
inside
also
of
really
Eggert,
deep.
and
So Kevin gaining a
cars
lot of
piling up.
positions there. Careful on the rejoin there from Sebastian Hofmann.
What has happened there? I guess many cars misbrake themselves right there.
Kevin Lazar already up 4 positions. Down on Tim Sachse. Oi. Not really able to get the nose alongside. Oh, really wide line there from Tim. No slowdown though. Oh, Alex Stefanov wide out into the gravel, falling down places.
Oh, and that's Tim Sachs, a YAM driver on overall P2. So the
Sorry, actually.
field has completely uh, changed up. And Stefanov to the outside of Matthias Eggert, trying to gain his position back at the last turn of Hockenheim, going down the start-finish line side by side with Eggert. And I hope they will
Oh
make it clean. Oh,
no!
and he lost it on the rear, and that will be an impact to the barrier. Let's have a look. Is okay, he's going to continue, so no escape for him. But I
Seems to
don't
have
know
gotten
if
lucky with the damage.
there really has been a contact, or if it was a net code issue
He
with
might have just
the
lost it on the outside
game.
on tires. Oh no, it was netcode indeed.
It was slightly netcode, but otherwise they would have touched himself even without netcode, I guess. Okay. Yeah, it's maybe the race controller have to have a look on that situation later on if this is being reported. But now we're coming back to overall podium. Tim Sachse in P3, chased by Kevin Lazar. Definitely under pressure right there. Lazar is showing himself in the mirrors of Sachse. And waiting for the move of Lazar. I'm expecting him to dive down in one of the hairpins, but he didn't done any fake moves or moves so far. Maybe he's also waiting for the straight to sit in the slipstream of Tim Sachse. And that's Heikki Schäfer with the currently fastest lap of the race.
There's been a crash of Paul Robertson. Going side by side there with Dan Beckett and just losing it on tires.
Oh, he's trying to catch it and going 360 degrees. And watch out, mate, watch out. Yeah, better. Yeah, that's some okay. That's some great respecting onto the cars behind him. Did see that Stefanov was coming up there, so stepped into the brake to not cause any further crashes. That's some great sportsmanship right there. And Kevin Lazar is going deep down into the hairpin, trying to avoid Tim Sachse, shutting down the door on him. And now they're going side to side into the next turn. And
around the
Lazar has
outside.
the
Slight contact there.
Okay.
But now Kevin on
No,
the
turns on the
inside. Pulls
inside.
out though.
Okay.
Great defending there from Tim Sachse. Really nice
That's
battling.
some great fighting compared to race 1. I love that.
Yeah, I agree.
And now Lazar in the slipstream of Sachse, being now closer than 1/10, will now pull out to the inside of the hairpin. Sachse has to defend his third overall position, but Lazar is going through. Clean overtake by him.
Really good
That's
move
some
there.
great racing we've seen there. And due to this fighting, Rupert was able to catch up to the pair of them. And I expect him to maybe have a word in this battle of 3, or battle for third position overall. And it's now Kevin Lazar in second position of Pro-Am class. Actually, we have to mention Hofmann, who has not been sorted right in his classification. Oh, and him going very wide there. I don't know where he was looking, but either it was a big understeer or Tim was maybe not focused right there. So Tim has gone very wide, losing the position to Stefan Ruppert. Now in the second position of M class, and that will be now a fight of these both Mercedes right there, fighting for the class lead of M class. And Tim Sachs then it down, deep down into the
Contact!
hairpin, and there's some contact between Stefan Ruppert and Tim. But Sachse has passed him so far. Some
Oh, down the inside
okay,
again for Rupert. And makes it
and
stick.
Sachse with the switchback. Going to the outside, but losing it, I guess. Now it's the turn from
Oh,
Sachse to maybe send it
aggressive
down the
defending there.
inside through Arena. And yeah, he has made the inside and no contact so far. We have seen multiple crashes in this turn.
Oh!
Oh,
Kevin Lazar
what has
out
happened
wide
there?
there.
What has
Happened
happened there?
there.
I thought he have some.
Oh, he went off track before. Oh, he had gravel on his tires. Oh, yeah.
Rear tires overheating.
And then with gravel on his tires, slightly overshooting the next corner again. That's really unfortunate for him.
Svars is back again into the fight. Wait, Svars has already catched up around 6 positions, if I'm being right here. Making himself notice in the mirrors of Lazar. Maybe going for the overtake. Yeah, he's going for it, sending it on the outside of hairpin. It's not going
Oh,
for the
spin!
switchback, and it's Rupert. Rupert who has spinned right out of the hairpin. Hopefully it was on himself and not being a collision with Sachse right there. Oh,
Going deep into Tim and then losing it on
and then
throttle.
spinning it on him. Okay, he's misbraked himself and then went too early onto throttle. Okay, that's unfortunate. Oh, look, Sebastian Hoffmann has been ranked again in Pro M class.
Christopher Svars also now passed Kevin Lazar.
It has been some great racing since the start of race 2, and I hope to continue it on.
Overtake there from Alex Stefanov going past Adam Robertson. Now up to P9 overall and P4 in class. Christopher Svars and Kevin Lazar also now catching up to Team Sachse.
And it will be now a nice battle of 3 fighting it out for the 3rd position overall. Sebastian Hoffmann already 10 seconds gap to Sachse, so he will be surely out of any risk for his 2nd position overall. And there's no, it's not Lazar. It's Svar sending it down to Tim, overtaking him into the hairpin, as well as Lazar. going to the outside and now back into the slipstream of Tim, realizing it will be not yet the moment to overtake. So Tim has dropped down one position. Important to mention that Tim is racing in a different class than Christopher Svars and Kevin Lazar. Tim competing in M class, and both of the other cars are competing in Pro M. So they are just fighting for their overall position in the championship, but not for their classifications. So it isn't important for Tim to hold that position on. If Lazar is faster, he can give it or hand over the position to him quite easily without any risk for his championship. And now it's Lazar pulling it to the outside. Okay, but he's not making it stick so far, being in the slipstream of Sachse. And that's Heikki Schäfer with the absolute best lap time of the race, 36.8, being nearly a second faster than Sebastian Hoffmann. Incredible performance right there. Still no overtake. So Lazar has got some troubles by passing Sachse. Maybe he's got some damage or being slowed down just by him. But Sachse is not losing any time to Svars as well. It's Svars isn't able to open up that gap. By the way, we have a fight going on in the back. Paul Andy Swarbrick just overtook Paul Robertson for the 7th position in M class.
Oh, wide there from both Tim Sachse and Kevin Lazar. And Kevin
That's a
Lazar with the
slowdown.
slowdown.
You can see this slowdown by the yellow icon on the right side of Kevin Lazar in the standings to your top. There we can see that he has got a slowdown. That slowdown was caused by him going wide into turn 1. And now it has been cleared and he is ready to go racing again. But now with a gap of 1.7 seconds. So Tim has now got the opportunity to maybe get closer to Svars with Lazar not chasing him in the rear mirror. And maybe he will use his opportunity right now. Let's see.
Oh, I think there's been crash for Adam Robertson. Coming down into the second last corner, losing it on entry and spinning it around.
Yeah.
Nearly getting hit by his teammate there.
And it's now Lazar catching up again to Sachse, being able to close that gap from 1.7 seconds to nearly 3/10. And now he has got another opportunity to overtake Sachse on the straight, being now in the slipstream and pulling himself closer. Now he's going to the outside, to side by side. Here they come into the hairpin, braking very late. And Tim is going for the switchback, but he is too late on the throttle. That's a clean overtake for Lazar right there. Both have played it out quite fair. That's some great racing we can see here. And he's sticking really close to Lazar. He's not letting him go. Maybe Tim will have another chance to grab himself back at that overall 4th position. And Stefanov in P4 Pro M class is now doing some decent lap times, but I won't guess that he is able to catch up to the other competitors in Pro Am class. So it will be a battle of Hofmann and Svars, but they have got some a distance of 10 seconds as well. So there I won't guess any hard fighters going on there. Now we can see Stefan Rupert chasing down Dan Beckett for the 3rd position podium in M class. And they're both done same lap time last lap. And I don't know if 2/10 will be enough for Rupert to chase down Beckett on the straight. He's 1/10 close now in the slipstream, slowly getting closer, and now going side by side into the hairpin, diving deep down, and here they come sideways, and it's a clean overtake for Rupert right there. Well played by Dan Beckett as well.
There's also
So
been an
that's
incident
ours.
for Adam Roberts. Check what happened there.
Oh, okay.
And losing it on the rear. Or was it the one? Oh no, it was the one that we just watched.
And now the gaps has widened up a bit, so we don't have close fights currently going on track. It's yeah, nearly everybody doing quite decent lap times without crashes so far, or any harder crashes, like we've seen in race 1. And maybe we are going to see Lazar catching up, being only 1/10 faster than Svars, the Porsche in front of him. Maybe we'll see a fight to the end of the race right here. If he is able to put down any quicker lap times than Svars.
Oh, there's been a crash for the Stefan Ruppert.
Oh,
Check what happened there. Also losing it in the second to last corner. Nearly spinning into the pit lane.
that would have been unfortunate. The car would have been right into the pit lane.
That would have been very suboptimal for him. Also, Kevin Lazar now slowly but surely catching up to Christopher Svars. Last lap around 3 times faster. New fastest lap in the prime class for Kevin Lazar, 32.248. Nearly the same pace as Heike Schäfer in P1.
It's now Kevin Lazar closing up to Christopher Svars, trying it on the outside. Closing it down to nearly 3/10. Maybe we'll see a switch right here for second position.
Christopher's defending down into the hairpin. Kevin around the outside late on the brakes. Trying to go for the switchback. Lot better exit there. But now he has... Oh, it's switching up behind him. Maybe he can send it around the outside into the next left-hander. Or he's tried to send it on the inside. Christopher's defending, so Kevin has to go around the outside. Again, pulling out. Trying to go for the switchback. Slide there on the exit. Christopher's now with the inside line. And still manages to defend it off. Kevin now, though, on the inside line. But has to pull out.
So we have 5 minutes left now in the race, and it's getting quite calm as we have the only ongoing battle is between Lazar and Svars, and I hope to see some fighting in the last minutes of racing. Maybe Lazar is still waiting for the perfect moment to get an opportunity to overtake Svars.
Now as we cross the line, 3 laps to go, so only 3 more laps for Kevin to try to overtake Christopher's. Trying to go around the outside now into turn 2. Now setting up the exit. Christopher's with a slightly more compromised line, so Kevin should have a better run now on the long straight into the hairpin. Taking the inside line. Now with the side draft maybe. Maybe, yeah, he's able to pull alongside now. Oh, a slight bump there from Kevin. As he's running deep. Christopher's now with the switchback. Now, oh! Over onto down into the left-hander. Christopher's was still able to defend it though. So no change in position there for them.
Oh, and that's some contact between these two. Lazan bit touching Christopher Svars back right there.
Now white line there in turn 1 from Kevin. Let's see, second to last lap. Second to last attempt to send a move down into the hairpin. with the draft, getting closer, slowly but surely. Quite far behind though, 2/10. That's probably not going to be enough for a cent. Around the outside though, Christopher Svaz, slightly slow at the apex. Maybe Kevin can take advantage on that on the exit. Not really, but still really close behind him. Now coming down into the left-hander. Oh, fighting now into the stadium section. Around the outside tries Kevin Lazar. Still has to stick behind though. But now we enter the last lap as Heike Schäfer is already down on the long straight. But we're still on board with Christopher Svaz and Kevin Lazar, who are now also entering the last lap. So last chance for them to fight it out who is going to be on the podium overall in P2 in the Pro M class.
White flags being waved as they are currently making themselves their way throughout turn 1. And now Suarez is going to the inside, defending hard against Lazar. Lazar show himself on the outside. Now maybe trying to hit the better exit out of the right left-hander, being away nearly close to 1/10. And now he's in a slipstream. Now he's gaining time. Now he's coming with slightly a bit of overspeed, making himself present of the inside of Svaz, braking very late,
Oh,
and
that was
Svaz is
close.
going for the switchback. That's the cleanest switchback I've ever seen in so far in Irish FCAS, without any netcode. Lazar, now, if he's able to make it on the outside, he can present himself on the inside, braking very hard, but
Oh,
Svaz is coming on the outside with a great move, gaining back this position, and it's Heike Schäfer going for the overall win again, winning pro class, but we have got a battle to go. Now, both of these cars make themselves right into the arena. Lazar is not sending it, I guess. Hoffman winning the Pro M class. Congratulations to him, but we have a battle to go on. Lazar's now fall back by 4/10, and yeah, he's flashing his lights. That is any opportunity gone for him to make the second place. We've seen some great fighting between these both two. Congratulations to all winners, and congratulations to Tim Sachse, who has won a second time in M class. So that's some great points for him in the championship. Stefanov as the last person in Pro M class, caused by the crash in the beginning. And yeah, that's Stefan Ruppert with the third position in M class, going over start finish line. And if I'm being correct, Stefan Ruppert has got some great chances in the championship as well, because Tim Sachse has missed out the second race of the iRacing GT3 challenge. So in the following hours, you will be able to see the championship standings in our Discord. And it's Paul Robertson flashing down his headlights, finishing the race, followed closely by Dan Beckett in P7 of M class. And that's the race. Again, Heike Schäfer winning Pro class, Sebastian Hoffmann winning Pro M class, and Tim Sachse winning the M class. So we are going through the interviews, and we already have our first guest, Christopher. Wait, let me pull him. Hello, Christopher Svaz,
Hello.
winner of the Pro M class in the first race of today. And yeah, we see some great fighting, especially in the second race right there. Maybe you can tell us something about it. It looked awesome from the outside.
Yeah, the fight with Kevin was really fun. He really gave it his all. It was fun the whole thing was just fun.
Yeah.
Some contact, but that's racing. So I'm really glad with the result from considering how the race started.
Yeah, we see some we saw some quite good racing, especially friendly. Maybe some contact, but I guess it went down fair. If I'm remembering well, you have had a spin in the second race at the start, if I'm right.
Yeah, I was a bit slow of the start. I haven't really seen the replay yet, but I guess there was 3 wide into turn one. My spotter didn't say anything. Was not prepared for it.
Okay.
Unfortunately, contact, but no damage. Car felt great. So it was just head down and push. Mostly damage control.
Okay. Well, that was some great racing we have seen today. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
And yeah, we will have our next guest. It's Sebastian Hoffmann. And hello, Sebastian. Congratulations to your win in Pro M class in the second race. Yeah, I guess in the first race we saw some fighting, but in the second race you have got a pretty huge gap to the second place. So maybe you can tell us something about your race.
Yeah, it was a nice race. In the first corner, I don't know, I had a small incident with Christophers. I don't know if it was my fault, but uh, it was a pretty good race. Yeah.
Okay. And I'm not remembering it well. What was your opinion from race one?
Yeah, I spun out in turn three, I think, and then I had 30 seconds to the leader, and I needed to get back to the front and finish then P4, which was quite good for the mistake I made.
Oh, okay. But it was your first race today here. I hope you have had some fun and your livery is looking awesome on the photos.
Thank you.
And yeah, thank you for being here. And we are having our last guest of today. It's Tim Sachse, the winner of M class. And let me pull him in here. Hello, Tim, winner
Hello.
of both races tonight. And yeah, it was a pretty clean domination. We saw some fighting in the second race, competing with the Pro Am drivers. Really great performance by you, Tim.
Thanks. Thanks a lot.
And
I think it was not so bad for just practicing 2 laps.
yeah,
Definitely
definitely. I
quite
mean,
strong performance from you today. So congrats on that.
Thanks. Thanks a lot.
okay, nice. And I guess you had some without any incidents, if I'm being right here. You had wait, there was something in race one. We wondered why you started so far from the back. What's that happened there?
You want the honest opinion or the my?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. Um. No, I was on the toilet and forgot to grid. Um.
Ah,
So I
okay.
sta- I started from the pits.
Okay. So Christopher's, like Christopher's expected, missed the start. But well, you fighted yourself back into the lead. So yeah. Remember, guys, if you're quick enough, you can miss the start like Tim and finish from last to first. Well, thank you for the interview. And yeah, that was Tim Sachse, the winner of both races in M class today. So that was round three Hockenheim SRC iRacing GT3 Challenge. And the next race will be in Spa at the 11th of May. Again, we're going to have a 90 minutes endurance race, switching back the format. And I'm excited to see everybody here again. And I hope to have some more competitors registrating themselves for the series. If you like to know any more information, you can go onto our website or join our Discord. We are happy to have anybody here who wants to compete. And yeah, I wish everybody a nice evening, and we are going to see ourselves in Spa in, I guess, in 3 weeks. And yeah, I wish everybody a good night.
Yeah, also one final word from me. It was a very exciting race today. Very happy to witness this. Was very exciting. A lot of action. So that was fun. So yeah. I hope to see all of you back next round on Spa. So good evening to all of you guys and see you soon.